New wave icon Lene Lovich reflects on Detroit roots ahead of Pine Knob with Devo B-52s. Despite moving to England at a young age, new wave icon Lene Lovich says she still feels a deep connection to Detroit, where she was born. Lovich is set to open for Devo and the B-52s at Pine Knob on September 25th, her first Michigan show in decades. Before she commanded the stage as New Wave's Queen of Quirk, Lene Lovich was a self-described Wednesday Addams. A strange, quiet kid whose eccentric streak would become her signature. Now 76, the Detroit-born post-punk new wave pioneer, who first drew major attention in the late 1970s, is still touring and will return to Michigan on September 25th to open for Devo and the B-52s on their Comic De-Evolution tour. Though she moved to Hull, England with her mother and siblings around the age of 13, Lovich says Detroit remains very deep-rooted in her. "I think where you're born is always going to have an almost spiritual connection to you," Lovich told the Detroit Free Press in a phone interview. "That's where I came into the world. Although I haven't lived any of my adult life there, I still feel a very strong connection to it." How Detroit left a lasting impression on Lovich's creativity. Lovich's earliest Detroit memories include simple pleasures, such as buying conics with pocket money, enjoying her favorite foods, and spending time with friends on the street. "I was always a weird child. I was weird when I was in Detroit, and then I was weird again when I came to England," she said. "It's like I was the Wednesday Addams of my class at school, so I probably spent a lot of time trying to be invisible so I didn't get beat up by the other kids." Lovich said those early experiences taught her lessons she would later carry into her creative life, helping her embrace her edge. "Although I'm a creative person, at some point you learn that it's not always good to express your ideas in certain situations," she said. "So as soon as I was able to create my own situation, as I got older, then it was really quite a release for me to be able to be creative and say the things that I wanted to say." A reclusive figure with an enduring legacy, known for her theatrical stage presence, playful vocal acrobatics, and avant-garde style, Lovich helped shape the new wave sound of the late 1970s and 80s. Her 1978 debut album, Stateless, included the single Lucky Number, which climbed the UK charts in 1979 and became a cult hit in the US. Her second album, Flex, 1980, gained her even more traction in America. But after the release of her third album, No Man's Land, in 1982, Lovich stepped away from the spotlight. She clashed with her record label over demands to conform to the look and sound of mainstream media at the time, unwilling to compromise the offbeat style that set her apart. Since then, she has recorded only 2 more studio albums, March 1989 and Shadows and Dust 2005. Through the decades, however, she has kept that distinct, quirky energy, maintaining a dedicated following that appreciates her authenticity. Described as a reclusive figure, Lovich took a break from the limelight once again in the 1990s and early 2000s, this time to focus on raising her 2 daughters. She only made occasional appearances before forming the Lene Lovich Band in 2012. She has since been consistently touring the UK and Europe. Lovich returns to North America, touring with new wave legends, now performing across North America for the first time in decades. The band's website, /lenelovich.net/tour.htm, lists 27 shows in the US and Canada, beginning in Des Moines, September 16th. Of those dates, 12 will see Lovich opening for fellow new wave artists Devo and the B-52s on their Comic De-Evolution tour, including a September 25th. www.ticketmaster.com/The B-52s Devo Cosmic De-Evolution Tour, Clarkston, Michigan, 09/25/2025. Event 080062CC2C16835. GL equals 1 me 4 VBGA, NTINC2NZ.ES.DF_T stop at Pine Knob Music Theater in Clarkston. Buy tickets to see Lene Lovich open for the B-52s. Quote, PRF.HN, click from Preth, Local Entertainment Detroit B-52s, Destination, https to www.stubhub.com, The B-52s, Clarkston tickets, 9/25/2025, event 158542015. The show is set for 7 p.m.